Hi, my name's Dave Holmes. Welcome back to cyclingphysio.com. Well, we're sitting here again with Trevor Williams. Trevor, you're becoming a bit of a regular on the site. I think you've been on it almost as much as I have, but we're talking about performance today and coaching. So some of you might recognize Trevor as sort of the captain of the Speed Theory crew and race organizer extraordinaire, but you may not know that he's also a coach and the founder of the Doctrine Training and Racing. So before we talk about that, Trevor, why don't you just give me a little bit of your background as a racer, first of all?
For sure. I started racing primarily as a triathlete after I did my undergrad degree at UVic. I finished engineering, and during my master's I decided I wanted to pursue a better lifestyle, and so I decided to try out triathlon. Joined a relay, the first one, and got hooked, and the rest is history. I was really into triathlon for about 5 years. I moved to Calgary about 2 years into triathlon, and then me and a friend started the Way Past Fast cycling group, and it was basically triathletes who want to ride their bikes hard and race. And then I just started pursuing cycling a little more, and then I really enjoyed it and started moving up through the ranks, through the cats, and I've been racing ever since.
And you race with the big boys in Cat 1 too,
I raced Cat 2, yeah, for sure.
And thorn in the side of all those pros. It's awesome watching you race. It's great. How long have you been racing at that level?
I've been a Cat 2 rider now for since I guess about 2004. So I guess 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and I've had some success, and but most of the time it's really, since cycling is a team sport, I really like working for a better person on the team.
Perfect. So tell us how you got involved with coaching.
Well, coaching kind of found me rather than me looking for coaching. It ended up that throughout all my athletic endeavors, even in high school, I would hit the weight room. And for some reason, me being an engineer at heart, I think, I would research methods of training and so on. And then I've just been really lucky that for some reason I've been able to convey training in a language that most people understand. So instead of using technical terms and things like that, people want to basically know what they need to do or why they need to do it. And for some reason, I'm able to convey that in a method that people respond to.
Great.
So I've just been progressing that. And about 8-9 years ago, I had a couple friends saying, you should go into coaching. And at that time, I was pursuing my PhD in engineering, so it wasn't really an option. And then about 5 years ago, a couple people were like, you should really do this. And so I started thinking about it. And then about 2 years ago, I made the switch.
Great. So how would you describe yourself as a coach?
As a coach in general, basically an approachable, a knowledgeable resource and a source of motivation and encouragement, and a way to fit my niche for coaching. I do train professional athlete, but I do also, my niche is training masters athletes with jobs, and so I'm able to really figure out what kind of training is important for that athlete, where they should fit it in their day, and make it a part of a lifestyle, a sustainable lifestyle. Everybody can train hard for 2 months like a professional, even with a job, but it's year after year training that is really important.
Right. And as a guy who rides at a high level, I think it's unique that you can add some real insight into not just the training aspect of it, but the tactics as well. I know with the Speed Theory team, you're always trying to guide the right tactics for the day. Yeah,
tactics are a big one. I think, a good coach doesn't necessarily have to be at a high level in the sport, but definitely have to understand the sport to the tactics and so on, for sure. So, just because somebody was really good in one sport doesn't mean that they're going to be a good coach. It can sometimes mean the opposite. However, knowing tactics and knowing how your body's going to feel on the day and so on is really important.
So tell us about the Doctrine. That's your training and racing company, right?
Yeah, and actually I'm really excited about that. I just started incorporated the company in September. And it's
paperwork's always fun.
Oh, definitely. That's been a lot of bookkeeping. And so I'm catering. I do over the winter. I teach a race spin, a progression, and it started out 5 years ago as purely for a club-oriented spin, and people getting the team ready for race season, getting them to know each other, and it just kept on growing. People wanting in, and people having different goals. Some triathletes, some commuter champions, and so on. And so as long as people have a goal and they want to be better at it next year, then these spins have been really helpful for that. And then so that's enabled me to turn it into a company and basically pay the bills for coaching. And the coaching has really flourished since September, when I've been able to be a professional at it.
Awesome.
And spend full time at that. And it's been really successful. I've been really lucky. I have a nice little core of a stable of athletes.
Great.
And it's been really exciting.
So you've got a couple of different services. You can do group rides and individual coaching. Is that right?
Definitely, yeah. So you can join the spin and have direction from group perspective or individual coaching for sure. And that's definitely, if you're serious about making your sport a part of like a serious hobby inside your family and your work, then definitely having a coach is really important.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, we spend a lot of money on bikes and buying speed and all these sorts of things, but the money that you get the biggest bang for your buck with has got to be coaching.
I totally agree, for sure. Yeah.
Me too. So the website's thedoctrine.ca, is that right?
That's
we'll post a link below the video, and yeah, definitely check out the website.
Thanks.